My name is Hugo. I'm a software engineer with Philos, and we're going to do a deep dive into the Synapse SDK. So what is Synapse? Synapse is the primary JavaScript client designed to connect your applications to the Filecoin Onchain Cloud. And the goal of Synapse is simple: abstract away all the complexity of blockchain interactions, decentralized storage protocols, and offer you a clean and reliable API. You can use a high-level Synapse class, or you can go into the individual components and build your own custom flows. And it's built to run anywhere that JavaScript runs. So the key concepts. Synapse manages the core decentralized service ecosystem. And first, we have like the smart contracts that manage specific services like warm storage that you already heard about. We have the payment rails, automated payment streams between clients and service providers. We have data sets, which are collections of data stored, each tied to one specific payment rail. And we have our PCs or files, individual units of data identified by content address identifiers, so CIDs. And we also have the PDP, the proof of data possession, cryptographic proof that a provider is storing your data correctly. So the SDK follows two simple core principles. So the first one is to have a simple golden path that provides a minimal, high levels, a simple API with sensible defaults that you can use right away and start playing with the SDK. And the other one is to have all the components composable. So you can go into the individual modules and you can build your custom implementations and your advanced user flows. So let's look a little bit into this diagram, which represents the internal architecture of the SDK. We have our main entry point, which is Synapse, that exposes two things. So the first one is storage. The storage manages the name of the components and payments. The storage manages all the storage contexts, all the storage operations, and the payments handles token deposits, withdrawals, settlements of payment rails, and everything around that. You can also go into the advanced components. As I've said, you can use each of these components individually, and you can compose them and connect them in any way you want to build your applications. So let's get started. So this is basically how you install the Synapse SDK, just an npm Node.js package, but you can also use it directly in a HTML file. You can put that HTML file online using the Filecoin pin. You don't need any more tooling. You can just use this example like you see and use a CDN URL and start building right away without any tools, just a text editor and start right away. So as I mentioned, the golden path is the minimal API for the common storage operations. And as you can see in the example, it's very, very simple. So we have 4 steps. We create a Synapse instance, we make a deposit, we deposit some funds in Filecoin Pay, and right away we can upload data. This handles everything for you. Handles all the providers, all the payment rails, all the data sets, everything is set up for you. You can just call .upload with a file and you get the CID for that specific file. And with the CID, you can just retrieve it. You can download the file back and use it in any way you want. For advanced composition, you have direct access to each component. So as an example, you can go into the warm storage service, you can instantiate it individually, you have multiple options that you can interact with the service. You can also create custom contexts for storage, where you can set up a context with a specific provider. You can enable CDN, which you also heard about. It's called FieldBeam. And after that, you can continue uploading and downloading your files easily, but with your custom configuration specific to your needs. So we also have a new package that we can ship soon, very soon. Hopefully next week it will be available on NPM and the documentation on the Synapse website, which is the Synapse React, which even turns makes building dApps even easier because it's gives the developers React hooks that they are used to. This integrates well with all the common front-end tools like Wagami, React Query. And as you can see, it's very, very simple. Is what developers are used to and expect from an SDK that supports front-end and React. One cool feature is reactivity is built in. So if you look at this example, here we are trying to do a deposit, right? Normally you do a deposit, then you need to refresh all the balances and manually write code to do that. With the Synapse React, reactivity is built in. So if you go back to this example, this will be updated automatically. You don't need to write any more code and makes building dApps using React, Synapse React very, very simple for developers. So now I'm going to show you a demo of a web app built with the Synapse SDK and Synapse React.
Let's get started with our Synapse demo. Let's connect our wallet. Now let's install FileSnap. This is an optional step, but will enable better insights into all signatures and transactions. So let's do it. And here we are. We have a completely new wallet. So let's get started. So nothing here. Let's fund our wallet. And our wallet is funded now. We can add our USDFC token to MetaMask. So we can see also the stablecoin in there. Here we go. And now we are ready to start playing with the Filecoin Pay. The first step is to deposit some funds. So let's deposit 5. Let's add the spending cap. As you can see, what I told you about FileSnap, it enables this kind of insights, explaining everything in detail to the user. So we're now approving the Filecoin Pay as a spender in the of our USDFC balance. You can check out the address, the amounts, all the links to the source code and deployment. So let's confirm. The actual transaction now also has an insight. We actually depositing and approving the storage service now. You can also check out all those addresses of the contracts. Confirm. And it's done. As you can see, everything updates. And this is only enabled by the Synapse React package. You don't need to handle all this updating yourself. It's all enabled by default. So the next step, we actually going to store some files. And the first step to do that is actually create a data set. So let's create one. Let's enable CDN for this data set. And let's go. So here we have the signature to create a data set, CDN enabled. And our dataset is created now. Let's get some files and upload them. So let's take these files and do the upload. Like pieces. So internal term for files. So let's confirm. Let's see if we get our files. Oh, yeah, here they are. Even get some previews for the image files, and we can actually download the files. As you can see, here we go. And that's basically it. check out our documentation website at synapse.filecoin.server.
Just one more slide with some links for you guys to check out the demo, the GitHub repository, and our documentation. Thank you.